Here we go. Now, this is one thing you don't do on the internet or in life. You don't piss off sports fans because sports fans are deadly as fuck. Like, man, if you go against someone's team or enemy team, man, they will fucking come at you with every vicious comment or attack. Man, people go to jail over fights over sports teams. It's insane how passionate sports fans are. Luckily, hockey's not the most craziest. I think football's a little crazier than hockey and even basketball, but this is my opinion of my favorite hockey teams in the National Hockey League. My opinion. This is just my fucking opinion. And it's not even about who's the best team and least favorite team. It's just teams I enjoy. Especially, it's not even just this season. I'm going like since I've watched hockey since I've been a kid. So I'm counting all the years, like all the years since I've been alive. Like if some of these teams were awful when I was younger, but they're good now, it's gonna be a middle of the road team for me. And even if a team is shit and is still shit, but I still like them, that's gonna be on the top of the list. It's not about who I think are the best teams. They're just my teams, my favorite teams in the National Hockey League. And I need you all to realize that. And if I don't like a team and you're going to hit me with the stats, I'm like, well, this team's the best team in the NHL. I'm like, well, that's fucking fine. That's fine. Good for that team. I don't like them. They're just not my team. They're not my favorite teams to watch. When I watch hockey, I don't want to watch them. I don't give a fuck about that team. But you know what? You can enjoy them. That's fine. If that's your team, you root for that team. All right? All right? All right. Well, we got that all settled out. So let's get to it. S is the best, F is the worst. So let's just start this right off right there. So I got to start that off right now. Just laying that all out there. I'm from Toronto. I, of course, will always root for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't give a rat's ass how shitty they are. Like, it's like a saying, actually, in Toronto. We even call them the Toronto Shitty Leafs, but we always root for them. They've had great players, some of the best players in the NHL. Pat Quinn was one of the best coaches. They had Kurtz Joseph as one of the best goalies. Like like the Leafs have had amazing players. Matt Sundin, one of the best captains. Like amazing. And Matthews, they have Matthews, Ovechkin. Like they have great fucking players, Toronto Maple Leafs. And I think they're doing decent this year, but like, who knows? Will they ever win the cup? I don't know. They haven't won the cup since the fucking 60s. So, but I always root for them. They're my team. I gotta root for them. So let's go in order now. The New York Rangers. They're a B team. They're a B team. They're better than the Islanders, which is like a C team. The New York Rangers had some great players. And if the Rangers are taking on the Islanders, I will root for the Rangers. I think Rangers is just a better established team. I enjoy their team, and I don't know, I like them more. It's not like their jerseys, right? No, I like them more. I like their team. I like their spirit more than the Islanders. The Islanders, they're okay. I don't hate the Islanders. I'd rather fucking root for the fucking Islanders than the Boston Bruins. I fucking hate the Boston Bruins. I can't stand them. I know everyone from Boston is gonna come at me like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Boston Bruins is one of the best teams in the NHL. I'm like, bullshit, bullshit. Boston Bruins, yeah, Boston Bruins won more than like, well, they haven't won more than the Leafs, but they do better than the Leafs in a lot of years. But if you're from Toronto, like my Toronto Maple Leaf fans hate Boston Bruins. They fucking hate it. And I'm sorry, it just rubbed off on me. Just really, really rubbed off on me. Same with the Montreal Canadiens. Like when you're from Toronto, you can root for Canadian teams. That's fine. You can root for Canadian teams, but you can never root for the Montreal Canadiens. It's just like an unwritten rule in Toronto. Don't root for the Montreal Canadiens. Fuck the Montreal Canadiens. Anyway, Anaheim Mighty Ducks. They're like a Cinderella team. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Like they never really did well, but then all of a sudden, like 10 years ago, they just started playing their fucking asses off. They also have Paul Kariya. Paul Kariya is an amazing hockey player, and I wish they still had Paul Kariya. Phoenix, but now the Arizona Coyotes. Like, yeah, they're fine. I don't give a shit that Wayne Gretzky owns it. They're okay. Buffalo, Calgary Flames. They're an A team. I love the Calgary Flames. I really enjoy because they're Canadian. They're Canadian brethrens. And there are some years Calgary is ass. Like they're fucking ass. One of the worst garbage teams in the NHL sometimes. But when they're good, they're really good. Also, Jerome Agilna. Jerome Agilna, one of the best Calgary Flames players ever. Yeah. Come at me. You can't debate against that. Carolina Hurricanes. I could give a rat's ass about the Carolina Hurricanes. Could care less about them. Chicago Blackhawks. I'll root for the Blackhawks. If they're facing the fucking Montreal Canadiens or the Boston Bruins, I'm like, yeah, go Chicago, kick their ass. Colorado Avalanche, A tier. Why A tier? Easily. Patrick Waugh, Joe Sakic, Adam Foote. Like, come on. They had some of the great players in the National Hockey League. Do I like them now? Not really. That's why they kind of like. If this was like 20 years ago, like S tier. But yeah. Detroit Red Wings. They're a B. I like the Detroit Red Wings. I don't mind them. I don't think they're the best, and like again, they're a mixed bag team, but for the most part, they're solid. And Stevie Waugh, Stevie Yzerman, amazing. Nicholas Lindstrom, come on now. What's his name too? Osgood. What a great goalie when he would play for the Detroit Red Wings. Edmonton Oilers. There we go. Fellow Canadian brethren. I love the Edmonton Oilers because Wayne fucking Gretzky played for the Edmonton Oilers, and that was when he was like at his best when he played for the Edmonton Oilers. I love it. I enjoy the Edmonton Oilers. I will always, again, root for them. Florida Panthers. I could care less about the Florida Panthers or the fucking Dallas Stars. Everyone's going to, oh, what about Mike Modano and shit? Like, fuck, I don't give a shit. I don't care. LA Kings. There was a time I liked the LA Kings. There was a time, like when they won the Stanley Cup, I actually was rooting for them for some stupid reason. But there are times I really enjoy the LA Kings, but then there are times I don't. The Wild, middle of the pack team, middle of the road team. New Jersey Devils, they're an AT. Why Martin Brodeur? Martin Brodeur, the greatest goalie in the NHL. Also Scott Niedermayer. So yeah. Ottawa Senators. Only Canadian team I will say middle of the pack. Because sometimes Ottawa Senators annoy the shit out of me. And again, when you're in Toronto, like we mostly don't like the Montreal Canadiens, but there are times Ottawa Senators are almost right there with them. And with the Philadelphia Flyers. Don't give a shit about the Philadelphia Flyers. Yes, Eric Lindros. Really loved Eric Lindros, but yeah. Here we go. Pittsburgh Penguins. S tier. Pittsburgh Penguins. I love the Pittsburgh Penguins. Love them. I always root for the Pittsburgh Penguins. When the Leafs are out, I root for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby, I loved anytime Sidney Crosby is on the ice. Amazing. Even back when I used to watch when I was younger, Mary Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr. Just Pittsburgh Penguins had some of the most iconic players, and they're just a good-hearted team for me. San Jose Sharks. I love San Jose Sharks as well. Love them. They're fucking badass sometimes, man. They're like fucking mean as fuck sometimes, but man, they're awesome sometimes though. St. Louis, another Canadian team, decent. Tampa Bay Lightning. When I was younger, hated them. Fucking love them now. Vancouver Canucks. This is the Canadian team I root for after Toronto Maple Leafs. When the Leafs are out, I root for Vancouver Canucks. I love Vancouver Canucks. Vegas, a new team that I could care less about. Washington Capitals could care less about. Winnipeg Jets. Yes, another Canadian team, middle of the road. This is my list, people. It's my list. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, like, a lot of their teams are pretty low. I'm sorry. So for my teams, this is the order I root for. I go Toronto, Vancouver, the Pittsburgh Penguins. If the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Vancouver Canucks aren't in the playoffs, I will root for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's how it goes. And if none of them are in the playoffs, I will root for the Calgary Flames. And then if not, I'll root for Edmonton, New Jersey, Colorado, Tampa Bay, San Jose Sharks. All great teams. I love them. Even when they have really bad seasons, I'll still root for them. The B tier. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them, but most of the times I enjoy them. I'll go Chicago. Chicago, Rangers, Ducks, Kings, Red Wings, Blues. C tier. Just because Wayne Gretzky, Senators, Jets, Minnesota Wild. The D tier. Oh, I just none of these fucking teams I'll ever want to root for. Even the C tier teams, I never really root for them. Like, even the B, I don't always root for, but I'd rather root for them than like if like LA Kings is taking on like Ottawa Senators, I'll root for the Kings with the Senators. But you know, fuck, I don't know. Carolina, Bluff, no, fuck, I don't know. Sure, let's go with that. Bam, right there. So there you go. That's my tier ranking for the NHL, the National Hockey League, hockey teams, and my opinions, my list, people. Let me know in the comments below. What is your team for hockey, NHL? Give me your favorite team. What is your least favorite team? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.